Now this is where I'm continuing. What I'll do is, after I've gotten so low or so deep, I have to get this gallery right here, this area, this circular area, low enough to where the extra wide crankshaft will fit in here without rubbing against this side. That's why the bearings are like they are. Then I clean this off and I'll start all over again, and then I'll do some blocking. Same with my painting. Here's another picture of it. I took a lot of pictures, and look, I know this is slow, but have you ever seen anywhere else on the web any pictures like this, that it's not somebody telling you about it, it's just actually showing how some old man did it in his DIO shop just because he likes his little hobby. Now, I know the Hawaiians race some of the fastest bikes in the world, probably the fastest. And at all due respect, my work is a pale comparison to the geniuses that live on that island. And one day, I hope to go to Hawaii before I get too old. It's a 5-hour plane trip, and go and buy out VT cycles. I mean, not buy it out, but just like a kid in a candy store, I'm going to buy all kinds of neat stuff. So Steve, if you see me coming, and I walk in your store with a flowered Hawaiian shirt and a cane, you know that day is going to be a good day for you. And I'm sure it'll be a good day for me. And some of the pictures aren't exactly perfect. So I have to go an extra 1.5 millimeters on this side, deeper in the case, and on this side, in order for this side and this side not to rub on this 52.5 millimeter crank. And it's a great crank. I got great power, everything out of it. It's just the engineering of putting it in it's really tricky. And I wanted to do it because it's like climbing Mount Everest. You just want to do it because it's there. But I don't want to do it again. I want to try something else. And I've got either a mini stroker coming up in my plans, or maybe a mini stroker with nitrous. That's a stock crank, 50 millimeter stroker crank with stock bearings here. And the one thing I really don't like, I don't like this plastic bullshit calipers. I don't care what anyone says. Plastic bends. If I have got a caliper that I have to get 1/100th of an inch out of, or 1/1000, I don't want any bullshit plastic. I want it made of high compression brushed aluminum, or something that I can get absolute measurements out of. Now on this one here, you can see where I've done the inside. This inner ring right here, I've got it a little bit lower, and then I've cleaned it out, and then I'll put the washers back in, and I'll move the cutting blade out a little bit farther, and I'll keep just going down a couple hundredths of an inch at a time until I get it where I want it, and hope it works. And then I keep checking the inside diameter with the calipers, and you can see that this hole is shot. This one is just about to be shot, and if you look very carefully right down in here, you can see a hole through there. And then I'll show you my trick that on how I fixed that. And there's the tool I bought from VT. This one's got a little bit of rust on it. That's my fault. I've had it for 2 or 3 years. When I got it, absolutely beautiful shape. Steve Van Treese recommended this tool over the phone, and I couldn't quite figure out what it was, but Steve's always been really fair with me as far as if he says something, he does it. And if he says it's a stand-up tool, then I trust him implicitly. Now, I bought this thing, and it worked great. Now, I don't know if they're still available or how many of them are available. You'd have to ask him. But it worked great for my backyard homegrown work. You can see here the cutting edge is hardened carbide steel, I believe, and it is brazed. You can see the little bit of brazing right here. It's brazed onto this iron piece. It's a precision tool, and it works very, very good for my application, which is the deal. And you can see right here, this is a back brake drum, and you can see how it fits in the bearing, and you can also see how the shaft on the tool goes in and out, and there's where it's brazed at. And it's just really a nice tool. I haven't used it again, but you can see what it's done. If I would have had to do this by hand to get down in here, it would have been just a total clusterfuck. And that's an American word for not very good. And you can see right here where this whole integrity is gone. And on the next videos, I'll show you what I did to fix that.